Hey, welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Sorry I'm a little bit late, I'm not all here tonight. If you'd like to get a paid reading, it's always buy one, get one free. That means that if you buy a reading, whatever reading it is, you do get one for free. So yeah, there's the $6 taco box. There's also the 11/11 love reading. Sorry, I just have to adjust some things. I'm just gonna put some things in chat so that anybody who might come by will know what's going on. Ooh, Rachmaninoff. Thanks, YouTube. How did you know, YouTube? You always know what I need. So, yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on any kind of tarot card readings you'd like me to post, I know a lot of you like the pick a card readings. Any songs you'd like me to sing, I'm working on one now to post pretty soon. Let me know. If you have any questions about manifesting, music, tarot cards, feel free to ask. I'm also going to do 3 collective messages tonight. Hey Molly, welcome back to the Chammy, honey. So I'll start here in a minute once I can get some things into chat. How you feeling? I was a good girl and I shared my cheer wine with everybody in the house, so I'll have a little bit left. Dad had never had one. Can you believe it? So I gave him a little bit. He wanted to drink the whole thing, but I was like, if you drink the whole thing, you'll be up till noon tomorrow. So he's like, hell no. Okay. Alright. No news yet? Let me get a chat box up so I can see the chat instead of kind of only seeing the chat. Dad fixed the screens on the front windows, so when you come to visit for my Halloween birthday, we should be able to open the windows and get some fresh air if it's not too cool. I really need to fix the front windows. The paint is peeling off and, you know, the owner's not going to do anything about it. And I'm afraid the glass panes are going to start falling off. There are 2 possible outcomes. Okay, let me get the chat box up here. And read what you said. No news on tests yet. It's okay, there are 2 possible outcomes here. The preferred is to go home with pills, or plan B, it's my tendon causing it, and I'd probably stay in the surgery Monday. I could have probably gone longer with that, like a lot longer, but I didn't want to annoy you too much, Molly. Shit. What, the last 2 days, we have been through such shit with this. That's it. We're embodying that you are going home with the best drugs you can get for your pain, and it's gonna be over. No more surgery. Molly's at the hospital again, Metal Rain. She might be there all weekend. She might have to have surgery on Monday. No notification, probably because YouTube is asleep at 11:45 p.m. I didn't show until like just now. Like Dad made me some breakfast for dinner. I had to spend, let's see, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. I had to spend from 11 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the phone talking to strangers. So I could make dentist appointments, make sure I understood Medicare for Dad, make sure I understood how his dental stuff works. I had to call the water company. I had to call several other people. By 3 o'clock I was ready to, yeah. There was nothing statement. I just was like, I was already done for the day. I don't have to call Kaiser. And then I tried to look for health insurance for me, but I can't afford anything, so fuck me. Fuck my life. And at least I can't get the insurance I want. So for low income people in the state of Georgia, if you want to get Kaiser Permanente, you better fork out $550 a month. Gosh, I'm lucky if I make that. Fuck Thursday. It's now Friday. We're a new version of ourselves. We're gonna put the old version of ourselves behind and never look back. They gave you Tylenol 3 for it? Alright. It's something. Isn't there also a Tylenol 4? You pay $450 a month for Blue Cross? Jesus Christ, on a crutch. I remember when I paid like $125 a month for it. That was, of course, 12 years ago. I couldn't do that. I had Aetna CVS, and they were charging me $75 a month, which I could do. And then they raised the premium in January and didn't tell me. So I just went and paid December, and then because I didn't pay January on the 1st, they added like a late fee to it. But I kept paying the $135 after that month for January, February, March, and they kept insisting that I didn't pay it. Even though I had proof I had paid fucking health insurance, they kept adding like a late fee to that 1 month that they swear I didn't pay, even though I had the proof. They never fixed it. They never worked it out for me. So they canceled it, and I didn't pay it. So I don't know. What can I do? I can't do anything about it. So I'm going to have to... Now, I did find out that I can apply for Medicaid. And there might be some low-income stuff for Kaiser. I did have Ambetter at one time because my chiropractor is on Ambetter, so I might go back to Ambetter, but still, I hate the whole, I hate the whole health insurance thing outside of Kaiser Permanente, to be real honest. It's so unorganized, it's so crappy, it's ridiculous. Yeah, there's still Medicaid and Medicare. At least in the state of Georgia. There is. It's so stupid, and then I can't even get health insurance until November. Unless I have a qualifying reason, like I lost my insurance, but only because I lost a job that I had insurance through, or I got pregnant, or I got cancer. So it's so stupid. It's like, what are with all these stupid laws and loopholes and weird things with health insurance? It's ridiculous. United has a good PPO. I heard that about United through some of my friends in Tennessee, because I had asked my girlfriend up there. She's not my girlfriend, but she's my girlfriend. I say that because I'm just old-fashioned about it. But she's actually my drummer's girlfriend. But she said that United Healthcare is pretty good in Tennessee. So I might go down that United Healthcare road when I get there. See, I can't see if I pay health insurance $295 a month, $450 a month. We won't eat. We will starve, and we'll be on Atlanta Food Bank food. And that stuff is tolerable. They gave me some macaroni and cheese with Arabic on the side. You know, thank goodness I know how to make macaroni and cheese. I've never figured that out. Oh God, it was horrible. I might as well have eaten paste with like fake cheese on top or something. It was fake powdered cheese on top. That was horrible. You know how you can add like butter and milk to your macaroni and cheese, and it'll if it's got the powdered cheese, then it will get creamy. No, this just kept getting. It was just got soupier and soupier. It was a nightmare. I'm like, yeah, I'm never eating again. Yeah, the open enrollment crap is stupid. I just cannot believe what's going on in the world right now in this country. And, you know, none of us will be here in 100 years, so it's not like it matters. But at the same time, it's like, what? My head is spinning from it, honestly. Why is Dubai chocolate so expensive? $20. Well, which one are you looking at? Because if you do get one, just be very careful because there's a lot of fake ones. And I had to go through a lot of fake Dubai chocolate bars to get to a real one. Finally, my supermarket down the street had started selling the one by Lindt Chocolatiers, LINDT. It was so good. And it was $15. $15 for a chocolate bar. I was like, okay, well, I've paid, you know, $50, $100 for chocolate bonbons from Lipschitz, like German chocolatier, or is that Belgian chocolate? I don't know. I think we've been here before. My favorite chocolatier. I'll have to just get the website to share it with you again because it really is the best chocolate in the world. But I don't really know why. Maybe Texas knows. Hey, Tex, why do you think, maybe we can Google it and find the answer. Why is Dubai chocolate so expensive? To me, so the first Dubai chocolate bar I got, I swear somebody must have handmade it in their kitchen and took like the shells from the M&Ms and must have crushed them up and like mix it in it was terrible. It's like, I can't believe I paid like so much money for this chocolate bar. But when I got the Lindt one, it actually kind of tasted like a cross between like a milk chocolate bar, a pistachio, and a Heath bar. Have you guys ever had that wonderful, yummy toffee that's inside of a Heath bar? Yeah. It was really good. So here's my favorite chocolate. In fact, this guy used to make, I found it the other day, the box of chocolates I bought, but they're empty now. And all the names of the girls that he named the chocolates after. He doesn't sell them anymore, though. He doesn't make them. And he made that milk chocolate lavender and ginger bonbon. It was to die for. And then he also had the Marie Antoinette. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know what the name of it was. But he had a Marie Antoinette one. And it was a heart-shaped chocolate that was white and pink and red. And it tasted like rose water. So it tasted like roses and milk, like white milk chocolate, not chocolate. And he called it the Marie Antoinette. It's beautiful. She likes Hershey's Symphony. I've never had Hershey's Symphony because I don't like the regular Hershey's bar. It tastes like soap to me. I don't know why. I want some chocolate too. That's probably because my moon cycle is right around the corner, and chocolate is a wonderful replacement for sex. If you ladies are not having sex during your moon cycle, you better be stocking up on that chocolate, especially that dark chocolate. You like Hershey's almond? I just can't do Hershey's. It tastes like soap to me. But you know what? It's what's weird because like my cousin came from England. She said the same thing before I told her that, and I was like so surprised. She's like, I flew all the way to America to taste a Hershey's chocolate bar, and she spit it out. She's like, it tastes like soap. I'm like, why didn't you just ask me first? I would have told you. You know what's really good, you guys? I don't know if y'all have tried it yet. Have y'all tried the Snickers pecan? Anybody tried it yet? Because if you haven't tried it yet, you are really missing something special. It is very, very good. Definitely just absolutely delicious. In fact, I think it's better than a Dubai chocolate bar. But that's just me. I like Snickers almond too, and it tastes like the Snickers almond, but it just tastes a little bit softer. Like I like almond, don't get me wrong, but I prefer almond in like a cookie, a cannoli, a pastry. You know, and I really like thin sliced almonds. Like I think a Snickers would be better with a thin sliced peanut or almond. You okay, Frank and Dad? Are you okay?
Okay.
You need anything? Okay. Are you comfortable? Okay. Did you like your cheer wine? Did you like your cheer wine?
It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how much sugar is in, but it's okay.
Probably a lot of sugar.
Huh?
Probably a lot of sugar.
I didn't drink too much.
I mean, I was below 0 before I logged in, and then I took a couple sips of this stuff, and I'm like ADHD awake now. Hey, Sugar, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome back. Snickers almonds taste like Mars bar. Mars bars are interesting. I always like eating the middle of the Mars bar and then eating the outside. Just like with the peanut butter cups, Reese's peanut butter cups. I like to eat the inside first. Especially like poking a hole through the Reese's pieces, eating the peanut butter in the middle, and then looking at you through, through the Reese's Pieces cup. What we bro? Recently, guava gelato, 29% THC. Yes, I'm a Queenie connoisseur of the Great Hint Seas, so if you have any questions about marijuana, feel free to ask. Yeah, I'm definitely a marijuana activist. I just don't talk about it. Anything like it's not really it's a very private thing, you know, that I have used that medication for ADHD since I was a child, pretty much. My mom would give it to me like in my salads or give me a tea or whatever because she didn't want to put me on Ritalin. She didn't want to put me on any synthetic FDA medication, so she self-medicated me and watched over me like a hawk. And made sure that I was coping with my ADHD instead of making an excuse to take hard drugs that would, you know, and a lot of my friends I grew up with who had ADHD as well and were diagnosed young, their parents put them on the Ritalin, and they became incredibly addicted to drugs and alcohol as they grew up. It was like their gateway drug, the Ritalin. And they suffered for it for many, many, many years. Even to the point where some of them now don't want to have kids because of their drug addiction that was caused by the FDA-approved synthetic medications that they gave to kids that just really fucked up their lives. Pardon my Frenchie, too. Originally, E.T. wanted to use M&M's for the movie, but they said no, so they used Reese's Pieces. Oh, I'm so glad they used Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces are, well, in my opinion, far better than M&M's, honestly. Sugar, I'm going to go read your email, sweetheart. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for emailing me back. I got a pretty bong, but I don't use it anymore. It looks like I Dream of Jeannie's bedroom and her genie bottle. No, I just use it as a vase for flowers. Because I use the PAX 3. So I don't smoke. So I just use the PAX 3 to dry vape. But the PAX 3 also has an option for you to put a little thing in here to like do the oil. Like if you want CBD oil or THC oil, or you want to use like resin, or you can get all these other different types of stuff now. It's okay, you can vent. I'll keep it private. Oh my God, you tried asking him nicely and he's not even mature enough to say, hey babe, I understand, it's all good. I can respect how you feel. Okay, so this instantly tells you, Sugar, are you there? He's just not good at responses. He's insecure. And you're right, he doesn't have any manners. Okay, you don't want that version of him or any man. So go back to the version of him you like. Do your best to remember that version of him. And go on with your bad self. And I don't mean bad in a bad way either. I'm so glad you sent me this email, because I really feel like this situation shines some light despite how fucking pressing it is. I never do anything for anybody unless it makes me feel good. I know that might sound really selfish. And where that good feel comes from, Sugar, is knowing that I'm going to do something for somebody that makes them feel good too. I don't care about their acknowledgement. I don't care about their thank yous. I don't care about the outcome. I just love sitting in that joy of, I did this for someone because I care about them and it brought me joy. If it doesn't bring them joy to know me, accept something I give them from my heart, or what, okay, all right, I hope they've learned something from this and they, you know what I mean? And that they will find that kind of joy too, giving and taking. Because not everybody has, it's not that they're not classy or they don't have manners or that they're disrespectful or a bad person. It's just that not everybody is good at responses. Not everybody is good at being friends. And not everybody is used to that give and take kind of energy. He's cold-hearted. Yeah, and you know what? It wouldn't even matter what his astrological sign is. He's inherently cold-hearted like that because somebody has treated him like that his whole life growing up. It could be his mother, and that's why he's the way he is with women. It could be his father. It could have been his siblings. It could have been friends. It could have been an uncle and aunt. I mean, my roommate was mentally and probably physically abused by his uncle, who was a meth head most of his life. And my roommate had to grow up around that, okay? And I stuck close to my roommate when we were kids because I knew his family had an internal drug problem. And I knew that he would need people in his life who were good friends that didn't do that. So he could see the other side of the spectrum of families and people who have not, like, never been divorced, never had fights, don't drink alcohol, don't do drugs. So when you do, like, we don't know what his background is, Sugar, but I promise you that the reason he's treating you this way is because he probably treats everybody this way because he was treated this way growing up. You got a snack, so glad you didn't give them to him. Amen. You eat those snacks yourself, sweetheart. Yeah, and a lot of people are rotten like that. It's all selfish, me people. And they're they're so superficial. It's sad. Very, very sad. You know, and I find that the more people I meet, you know, the more they have this problem with other people. And you know, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, so that's probably very right about what you're saying. You're picking up that he thinks you're in love with him, and and he wants you to desperately fall out. How selfish of him. How selfish of him to think that he didn't have to lift a finger and you fell in love. Like, who does he think he is? Some of these people are just so fucking, like, ridiculous. And it's not even delusion. It's selfishness. It's, what is the word my friend used today? We were talking about this kind of thing today. You know, we do good for people, but, you know, what about us? How can we heal ourselves from that? Or how can we overcome that kind of thing? Wow, this cat is beautiful. I'm going to go look at this word that my friend used today for this situation. And then I got to get the charger for my phone, too. Yeah, my day started rough. My dogs were sick. Well, actually, yeah, all my pets were sick, and I was like, what is going on? So I had 3 furry children who really needed a lot. They were very needy today, oh my god. They do feel better now. Oh, stubborn. Stubborn. Only doing what's right for them. You know, they don't care about your feelings. They don't really care about anybody else's feelings either. They just care about themselves, and that's it. Is he a people pleaser? I don't know that he's so much of a people pleaser as he is stubborn. And, I don't know, did you ever see him over people pleasing? You know, it's like he's only doing what's right for him, his feelings, his emotions. It doesn't matter who he hurts or what he does or what his response is. Fuck it. He's the most popular guy in that vortex, and he's gonna hold on to it no matter who he has to hurt or who he has to fucking blindside, or you see what I mean? Like, he's incredibly popular, so all the girls want him. So his ego's inflated to the sky, but yet he's just really an insecure, sensitive guy who probably wishes he had somebody that could understand him, that he could talk to, because probably the only real person he can talk to is his mom. Or his dad. Or, his sister or something. Did you ever have one highly intelligent conversation with him? Did he ever say one kind and genuine thing to you? You know what I'm saying? Or are you saying the people-pleasing thing because you think that if you have seen that version of him, it was only to please other people? Yeah, and when they're super nice to everyone else and they're not nice at all to you, and they have that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde effect, it makes you like wonder, like, are they drinking? Are they on drugs? Are they really a shitty person? Or is it that they really need therapy and they are not willing to admit it? Like, my roommate really needs therapy, and he thinks that therapy is only for people who are mentally challenged and for people who are mentally ill. And it makes me very sad because he has a lot of stuff that he needs to take care of. I mean, at least he has a nice girlfriend, and she comes over sometimes and hangs out. And I mean, and it's nice for me too, because then I get to hang out with Mystic, and I like her a lot. And he needs that in his life. He needs to have a nice girlfriend who cares genuinely about him. Whether he's, up or down that day. You need a drink, but you kind of Smirnoff Ice. I don't think I've ever had one of those. You can't talk to your mom or your sister? Me neither. Well, I mean, I can talk to my mom on the spirit box, and I could always talk to her. But, you never know, Metal Rain. Maybe you'll find a mother figure that will give you that comfort that you need from a mother or a sister. I'll be your sister. You can talk to me. I used to not be able to talk to my sister. Like, my sister would be like, "Why are you telling me this, Stormy? Like, why don't you go tell your dog? Like, isn't your dog like a sibling too?" I'm like, "No, my dog is like my child, okay? And I'm like, he's literally watching me cry all day long, so I gotta talk to you instead." But I think over the years, my sister has matured. We call her the Princess of Doom. She's an Aquarius. She's a Valentine's Day baby. I'm a Halloween baby. But it's funny because I'm more like Valentine's, she's more like Halloween. But I think she just maybe, matured or something like that. She's like 12 plus years older than me. I think that she has seen how much has changed since our grandmother and our mother passed away, and that I am the key to that magic for her. And that's great because I need to have my sister around. I need to have my sister. You think Rose is the mother figure to your brother? That's so funny, Mel. Yeah, no more Mr. People Pleaser. You gotta think about yourself. Yes, you do have to think about yourself, but without hurting others who are kind and good and genuine to you. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I know that you're going through, I know you care about Ileana, and, I don't think that she's a Ted Bundy at all. I don't think that she's capable of Ted Bundy syndrome. I'm always saying that thing about everybody's walking a fine line between Buddha and Bundy. But, to survive, some people have to do that. And you know, at the end of the day, you get to choose. You know, you're gonna be on the Buddha side or the Bundy side. Hi, welcome back. You okay?
Yeah, because she's barking at me. I'm gonna get out of there.
Careful. Please don't fall.
Okay.
Are your shoes too big or something?
I'm doing good.
So she's in your room barking at you? For
Yeah,
snacks?
she wants something. I don't know.
She wants her cookies. And
I
they're
don't
right there
care.
on the dresser.
I don't care what she wants.
You
She's
want a
alone.
cookie?
She's
Oh my
alone.
gosh, she's so fresh. I gotta get her a cookie. Let's get a cookie. Let's get a cookie before bed. Oh, you think you're gonna get a cookie just because you're cute? Oh, no. Come here.
Don't give it away.
Come here.
Okay.
Okay, everybody's gonna get a cookie. It's howdy cookie time. Please don't fall. Oh, don't fall, baby. Come here. Here, Ruby. That one's yours. Here, Rooney. Come here, Crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna change your name to Crazy. These are her favorite treats, and she can't help herself. Why don't you swallow it whole? Was that good? Did that make you happy? I don't have any more, Ruby. No more cookies. You guys have had bananas and apples and tangerines and chicken and gosh, y'all have eaten more than me today. Oh, that's good. Your cat's eye is doing better. No, that's Gypsy with a J. Remember, Gypsy's one color. Uh-oh. Are you okay? Breathe. Breathe. And Ruby's the little white one who has like all the cute little biscuit nugget coloring on her, and she's got a big heart on her back too. It is the heart, see? She's got a heart right here on her side. It's so cute. Ruby Tuesday, Ruby Tuesday. I guess they kind of look alike, but they're supposedly not even related, but I don't believe it. I think the reason that they do look alike is because Ruby raised her, so Gypsy's taken on a lot of her mannerisms, her body language. But Ruby's the smallest one out of the three. Yeah, it's probably the lighting too. They look the same color in the lighting, yeah. But Ruby's actually the smallest of the three, believe it or not. And her front legs are shorter than her back legs, which is a little bit weird to me. She's only about 6.5 inches tall. Okay, run away. It has like the most amazing pom-pom tail ever. I mean, she is incredibly smart. This dog, if this dog had opposable thumbs, she'd be ruling the world, yeah. And if she was a human being, she'd probably be a quarterback on the football team. She's so cute, I love her. She's my mommy doggy. Yeah, I felt so complete and whole when I got Ruby because I felt like I had a new mommy. Because her personality reminds me a lot of my mom, believe it or not. I know that sounds funny to like have a dog and say that about, they remind you of a human. No, Rooney's the tallest. Rooney is just Rooney is gentle and kind and sweet and laid back, nice and easy boy. He's not your typical Chihuahua at all because I trained him to not be that way. Because I took him everywhere with me for many, many, many years, and I didn't know who would show up in my life, and the places I went to, like, I would run into very well-known artists, and we would hang out, and I didn't want him to pee on their things, and I didn't want him to pee on anybody's things or be rude or obnoxious, because I never knew if am I gonna run into someone who is wearing Versace all day and Gucci, or I might run into someone who just shops at Walmart. But I wanted him to be respectful of my things and other people's things and himself. So it's just the way I trained him. Now the other two girls, I didn't have Ruby until she was 4.5 years old. And Gypsy, I didn't have her until she was, she was 4 months old. So both dogs had already had a lot of trauma and a lot of bad habit making going on, because the woman had 25 Chihuahuas. They had a lot of bad habits. They were treated really, really poorly, in my opinion. Just watching her cook meat on the stove and throwing it to a pile of 25 dogs, and they all had to fight over it. That's why both girls have a bit of a food aggression and also have a bit of sleep aggression, as well as when they eat their food, it's like they're ravenous. It's like they've never eaten food before, and they will never eat food again. I just don't know how to break them of it. Even I get those little bowls, like the maze bowls, that shit doesn't help. It slows them down 15 seconds, 30 seconds maybe, but that food is gone in less than a minute. And without the maze bowl, it's even shorter time. That I cannot correct. Before I did a lot of work with both girls, they were just a mess when they came home. Neither one of them was potty trained. Neither one of them had manners. Grab by the neck? What do you mean? Oh no. Oh my god, that's terrible. Yeah, that doesn't teach cats anything. The best way to train your cat and make your cat a good cat, and you can do this at any stage in their life. They don't have to be a kitten. All old dogs can learn new tricks, and the same with cats. You want to get the spray water bottle, but you never want to let them see you spraying them with that long range spray bottle. You can get them at Home Depot. You can sometimes find them at Walmart, but they have to have that, instead of the soft mist. I mean, all of them have the soft mist and the quick shoot spray thing. But if they get on a counter, they get on a place you don't want them to be in, they're doing something you don't want them to do, go get the water bottle and squirt that baby. But make sure they never see you. It's the making sure they never see you and never know it's you that's important. Even if another human being squirted a water bottle at them once. Also, the nose boop. With cats, the nose boop, no. And with dogs too, no. And making sure you keep your 2 fingers gently on their nose, no. And because they don't like what Sarah did, they don't understand that. It's like they're just doing something that feels natural to them. And that kind of reaction, it doesn't do it. They don't understand that kind of stuff. Oh, brilliant. Your brother uses the spray bottle on them, okay. But the best method is making sure that the cat knows it's not you. It works if the cat knows it's you, but it works even better if the cat doesn't know you. It's you. People come over to my house and be like, why are your cats so polite? because I'm an evil cat mother with a spray bottle and they don't know it's me. I saw this one bitch on Instagram giving her hairless cat a bath. Now, she used to be a pet groomer. So you would think that her cat meowing and clawing at her and biting her and freaking out on Instagram while she's trying to give it a bath, you know, would be something that she'd be like, okay, I better not do this. It was so abusive and so scary to like scroll by that. Like someone sent it to me and they were like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? I'm like, she's abusive and wants views. And you know, I reported that video and so did several friends of mine. We reported the video because the cat is obviously in distress. And the cat keeps like clawing at her face, at the woman's face and pulling. You can see the skin pulling and the bitch doesn't even care. I don't know. She said she used to be a groomer, but I can't imagine how someone who's 2 feet tall can groom animals at traditional places like where they have tubs this high. I'm not like trying to be rude about people who are short, but at the same time, I think I am traumatized still by that video that I saw of Metal Rain because that cat. First of all, cats don't need baths. If you're giving your cat a bath, just fucking stop. You're abusing it. Okay? Just fucking stop. If you don't want to get scratched by your cat, please don't declaw them. Just get their nails covered, okay? Take care of your cat and stop trying to bathe it yourself. I had cats for years. I never had to give them a bath. Unless, you know, there was some kind of situation that came up and, you know, I couldn't get them clean with their pet wipes. So, yeah, I never had to worry about fleas. My cats never had fleas. My cats never went outside. I never let my cats outside. Now, when I did start letting my cats outside, when they got a little bit older for the first time in my life, I stopped because my poor sweet apple man got this huge gash in his face, like right here across his eyeball. Like something literally tried to rip his eyeball out, and his whole thumb got cut off. And I was like, yeah, I'm not having this. I'm not having my babies come home to me with missing body parts or gashes in their face. And you know what was surprising, Metal Rain, about my cat's toe? It grew back. Isn't that weird? I don't know. He must have been part alien. It was very weird. His name was Apple. He was a little, he was a tortoiseshell tuxedo cat. So he had the 4 white paws and the little white chest and the white underbelly, and he had the stripe down his nose, a white, like, little blaze. But he was tortoiseshell instead of black. Like most tuxedo cats are black, but he was tortoiseshell. He was a toy. God, he was so beautiful. So yeah, flea baths are interesting. Like I never, if I ever saw a flea or we had a flea, anything, I have those flea combs. Like I regularly brush my cats and check them over once or twice. And plus other people in the building, you know, they might have fleas or whatever at the apartment we lived in or whatever. But even when they had some fleas, like, I have to say, I guess now I remember there were a couple times that I had to deal with fleas, but never a bath. Never a bath. It was always, you get a jar of hot water, blazing hot water, okay, like boiling water. You put some Dawn soap in it, kind of switch it around, get the flea comb, and take that flea comb and rub it through your cat or your dog and then dunk all those fleas into that hot, soapy Dawn water. Oh my God. Bye-bye fleas. Have a nice afterlife. Oh my God. Really? A stray cat that had them? Ugh. I hate when that happens. It's happened to so many friends of mine. And nothing is worse than flea poop. Nothing is worse than flea poop. It gets everywhere. And the eggs look just like their poop. They're the most disgusting thing. I'm not sure what I'm more grossed out by, Metal Rain. Roaches or fleas. The fleas are on the floor. Okay, so you want to deal with the fleas on the floor, you get 7 Dust. But they have another Dakin solution. That's not what it is. Diatomaceous Earth, that's what it is. 7 Dust, not 7 Dust. I mean, 7 Dust is kind of like Diatomaceous Earth, but it's a little bit safer than 7 Dust. 7 Dust is another chemical like that kills off things like that. Like when I had my iguana Zinga, I guess she got some mites or something one time, and I had to put some 7 Dust paste on her back to cure it. It's ridiculous. She got better though. Oh, she threw Diatomaceous Earth. Oh my god. That shit is dangerous if you're not careful. Oh my god. I'm surprised her and Gemma are still alive. Oh wait, shit. Was it 7 Dust or Diatomaceous Earth? Why don't people read first? I just don't understand. Diatomaceous Earth. Yeah, you're supposed to put the Diatomaceous Earth just on the floor, not spread it around the house. That's just so dangerous for your lungs and your cardiovascular system and your mucous membranes. Like, you have to even be very careful with using it with animals. Wow, you're lucky you guys didn't get killed. Oh. Are you hot, Dad? Do you want me to turn the air conditioner back on or the fan or something?
Huh?
Do you want me to turn the fan on?
Oh, you can put the air conditioner if it doesn't bother you. Then go lay down.
Well, I turned the air conditioner off because nobody can hear me with it on while I'm doing a live.
They cannot hear you?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Okay.
I sound like I'm in a tin can.
Well, now she lay down, I can leave.
Okay.
She don't bark anymore.
Well, yeah, because her cookies are there. She has mental tree illness, so she's gonna sit there and protect those cookies from the ghosts.
Good night.
Good night. Love you.
Wait. What time is it?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's your favorite time to come in and tell me it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Any problem with your computer?
No, it's been running
The trick
perfect.
work, right?
Yeah, the trick work. Okay, take your time, sugar. Cute little puppies. Look how tiny Gypsy was. But yeah, Rooney's actually the tallest one, Middle Ring. In fact, I call Rooney Daddy Long Legs. I've never seen a Chihuahua with legs that long. And he's even been like confused for, what are those dogs? Chinese crested. Yeah, the Chinese crested. He's been confused for that before, because when he was a young man, his hair around his ears and his face was like that all over his body. Then I took him to get groomed by a groomer, and he never came back the same. And then it wasn't until years later when the vet's like, oh yeah, that happened because of the way the vet handled the dog. They left the dog, they left my dog wet for so long that it ruined ruined his coat. I don't know that it will ever be the same again. So the doctor thinks I should have his thyroid tested. And maybe I should have his thyroid tested. So I'm gonna save the $200 to have his thyroid checked. Because, see, he has this missing hair thing going on his neck. And his hair on his ears is kind of like just not growing anymore. But he did just turn 14. Look how long his legs are. Now he is tinier than them in the fact that he's very lean. So he's a very lean boy. He's not like a fat little thing like Gypsy and Ruby at all. Hey, where are you going? Come on. You okay? But you can see how long his arms are. I mean, his one leg is just like the size of my forearm. It's crazy. He's a very tall boy. All right, you want to run away? Okay, that's fine. Go run away. And see, even his tail, like, I wanted to show you Metal Rain. Look, he's got just this little piggy tail. He used to have all this hair on his tail. But after bringing him back from being groomed, he just was never the same. Now he has gotten a little bit better since I have made him homemade shampoo with like, let's see, what is in it? I think I used Castile soap and a couple other things to help him with his skin. So some of his hair is growing back a little, but not like the way I'd like it to. He is a cutie pot pie. Hey now, you be nice. Yeah, Ruby and Gypsy are reformed to protect the cookies. Come here, babe. I'll put you back where you want. I'm sorry. Here we go. Right here. Here's your spot, baby. I'll take those cookies away and hide them. Be nice now. Here, you both can sit together with them. Crazy dogs. Why are Chihuahua tails curl? You know, I don't know. Ruby's tail curls. I don't know why their tails curl. Let's ask Google. Let's see what Google will tell us. Ruby has the curliest tail. Her tail's like a spiral curl. Hey Spirit, why do Chihuahuas' tails curl? Curly tails in dogs are caused by hemivertebrae. Hemivertebrae. It means that the dog's vertebrae have either fused together or are shaped more like a wedge. Interesting. Very interesting. It does sound painful, but I bet it's not. I guess Molly must have fallen asleep. I hope she doesn't have to have surgery again. Alright, I'm going to do a free collective message while we're hanging out here. I should have done it earlier. I've been bad about it the last couple of nights. I did timestamp last night's collective message, so if anybody wants to go back to tomorrow night. Wait, I mean last night, not tomorrow night. Go back to tomorrow night. That should be a lyric. Go back to tomorrow night. Go back to tomorrow night. Wow, what the hell is wrong with me? I need to go to bed. I'm sleepy. Spirit, okay, Spirit, I'll avoid the burgers. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. What kind of messages do you have for us through the liminal space deck tonight? We'll just say 58/30 collective. So I can come back and timestamp it later. I'm probably more into 59:45 now, but as Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. I forgot to also do the Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective message. What do we need to know? What do you want us to know tonight from the liminal space deck? What would you like us to know? Oh my God, like, this was the first card that I was like, okay, Spirit, I'll avoid the burgers. Avoid burger. Spirit, are you telling me not to eat fast food? Fortune favors the bold. Oh, okay, so that's the overall energy. Can you clarify the burn the idols card? Okay, yeah, burn the idols, void burger. Fortune favors the bold. Like, burn the idols, like, burn your ideas and avoid the ideas of what maybe you idolize. Take that wheel into your own hands, like kind of like that wheel of fortune energy, and move forward with rewritten history, rewriting history, rewriting your history. I really love the liminal space decks. So we got Void Burger, okay, burn the idols. Fortune favors the bold, and rewritten history. I feel like it's like Spirit saying, you know, how are you driving the car of your life when I get that card? How are you driving the car of your life? Well, okay, a couple of different other cards. Aggressively hydrate, Spirit saying, you know, drink some more water. Spirit says, Sky Daddy, and see that you are here and I'm glad. So Spirit does have your back. Keep looking up. Okay. And if you start to get down, remember that Spirit's glad you're here. And that they have got your back and you can count on them. Okay, two more. Let me get Spirit Box. Poppy, Amy Lee, and the Spirit Box Singer have a song together coming out tomorrow. Oh, God. Is it gonna sound like this? 'Cause every girl sings like this. I'm not gonna be able to listen to it either. Oh, Lordy. Oh. I just wish that we could like hear singers without auto-tune and always wanting to be so perfect. Why does everyone have to be so perfect? It's starting to get really annoying. And now with AI. It's so funny. I love how you said, if only Amy Lee wasn't part of it. God help us all. Fuck. I wish it was Amy Winehouse instead. Goddamn Spirit, why'd you have to take Amy Winehouse? Couldn't you just take an Amy Lee instead? Why did you do that to us? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Although Amy Winehouse is a much better singer than both of them. In my great opinion. In fact, Amy Winehouse is like one of my favorites. Probably my top pick. Oh my God, I felt that from so far away. I was waiting for you to tell me, but I was like, I bet it's already happened. And I was thinking that and feeling that like before bed earlier this morning, and I was like thinking about it. I'm sorry that happened, sweetheart. So did she go in her sleep, or was she on life support and had to take her off? How did it end for her? 102, such a good age. And such a good number, 3. So remember, while her body has passed on, she doesn't have her rental car anymore, okay? She's still consciousness. She's still there. So try real hard to not treat her like she's dead if you can. Listen for her voice, and it's not just going to be your interpretation of her, it's really going to be her telepathically communicating with you. And you'll see soon, she'll get right back into the groove of things, and she will, you'll start to see that version of her show up in her energy that you are familiar with. And that's how you will know it's her. Yeah, cancer, broken hip, organ failure. What kind of cancer did she have? Oh, wow. So why do you think that age is going to be it for you? You know, that which you assume has no choice but to show up. You could still have another 40 years, 45 years. Or is it that the people in your family, they die young like that? I have another friend that says that too, though, Metal Ring. And, I mean, if you feel it and believe it, it's going to happen. But you can change your mind now, Ray. You know that, right? You can change your mind. I'm never gonna die. I'm gonna live forever. Light up the sky is my name. Fame. I like that song a lot. I just heard that song the other day. I don't know, it played somewhere. It was quite nostalgic. Young midlife crisis. God, kidney cancer. It sounds really scary. Dad's in there brushing his teeth with his electric brush. It's funny. You can hear it through the door. Sounds like he's sanding a table or something. He's really just sanding his teeth. Oh God, I talked to a dentist today on the phone to make him an appointment. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go there and deal. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go there and stand her. So I might look for another dentist tomorrow and see if there's one that I can actually stand, who is not a fast talker and does not assume things that I, has said or not said. She was incredibly rude about my dad's, assuming that my dad had bad gums or bad teeth at all at his age. Really pissed me off. I'm like, bitch, he doesn't even have, I didn't call her a bitch, but I'm like, he doesn't even have a cavity. He doesn't have periodontal disease. He's not missing any teeth. He brushes his teeth 3 times a day. He flosses all day. He rinses all the time. I'm like, in fact, he's probably better at taking care of his teeth than anything else. I'm like, so please try not to assume during the first conversation we've had about making an appointment for him that he has periodontal disease or any kind of gum disease. She's like, well, you said he hasn't had a cleaning in 3 years. I said, yeah, he hasn't had a cleaning in 3 years. He's only cleaned his own teeth. I said, but just because someone doesn't have their teeth cleaned in 3 years doesn't mean that they have periodontal disease or gum disease or really anything wrong with their mouth. I'm like, he's been recovering from chemo, so he wasn't really able to get into a dentist. I said, but just because he was on chemo doesn't mean that his mouth is rotten like all the other people that you may have been seeing. So I'm already not liking the new dentist because she assumed right away because of his age that he had bad teeth, rotting mouth, periodontal disease, and gum disease. And I was like, she really, really wanted to push to get the cleaning so she could get the money because he's on Medicare and he gets his dental stuff through Kaiser. And Kaiser only pays her $1 to do an oral examination and x-rays. So she really wants me to hurry up and go buy the PPO from Delta Dental because he has an HMO instead, so she can get paid more money. Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this shit? Wants me to go and pay more money that I don't really have to get him a PPO instead of an HMO so she can make more money. I don't know if I'm going to make the appointment. She kind of hurried me up into making an appointment, so I made one anyways. But I might not go. I might not take him to that dentist. I might just try to find somebody else that's not as aggressive and pushy as her. But that's what she does, Metal Ray. She's trying to tell me what to get for him without even meeting him, seeing him, or doing an oral examination. In fact, she didn't want to even do the oral examination or the x-rays. She just wants to hurry up and get the teeth cleaned. Doesn't make any sense to me. Does it make any sense to you? She's like, it's going to cost $250 to get the teeth cleaned. You need to get his teeth cleaned. I'm like, well, I'm not calling you about getting the teeth cleaned. You haven't even let me ask you about what he wants me to ask you about regarding his situation. So when you go on chemotherapy, it can turn like your body parts black. Don't get scared now. But it can start to turn your nails black, your toenails black, the bottom of your feet black. Sometimes it'll turn your gums black. Okay? And he's got a tooth up front. It doesn't hurt. He doesn't have a cavity. It's just that oncologist was like, this is just a side effect from the chemo. In fact, after he got off the chemo and started recovering, it got a lot better. But she didn't even care about that. When I said black tooth, she was like, oh, he's got diseases, periodontal disease. I'm like, I'm going to go through the phone and fucking punch her. So she better be careful. I might have accidentally killed her with my mind already. I'm just not sure yet. If she's there when I call to cancel the appointment, then that means that she's okay, but I don't know if I could be in the same room with her. I already hate her guts for being so fucking obnoxious and rude and what is the word I'm looking for? Presuming that he needed a teeth cleaning more than an oral examination and x-rays to see what's going on. And yeah, to that whole fucking thing about telling me what he needs without even seeing him or meeting him or doing an oral exam. You had to draw your tombstone in 2nd grade for a class project. They made you do that? That's so morbid. I listed my death date as 2023. I still kept it and was scarred for years that I predicted my death. Aw, sweetheart. I'm so sorry they made you do that. I learned about death very early. I think I learned about death like 4.5, 5 years old, and I couldn't understand what was going on because I couldn't hear very well. But my hamster died. So my hamster died. It was a dark and stormy, windy night, and all the power went out. And the hamster had gotten loose from its cage at some point during the day. Well, my brother stepped on it and tried to blame me. Yeah, so I had to watch my poor hamster's guts spill out of it at 5 years old. I was losing my mind. And then my dad's boss's mother died, and they made me go to the funeral at 5 years old. Can you imagine? I saw her in her casket with her lips sewn shut. I was fucking scarred for life. I'll never be that. It was like, I'm never going to be the same 5-year-old I used to be. It was horrible. And then, like, that's when depression settled in. And I think I was depressed from, like, 5 till I was about maybe 11 about death. And I never told anybody about it. I never talked about it. And finally, I told my mom about it, and I got help. Hey, Ari, welcome back to the Chammy. We're just talking about death. Texas's grandma died, and I might have killed a dentist with my mind. Accidentally. So what do you think I should do, you guys? Should I take him to the dentist's office with the midget can't stand already and I've never met her? Or should I try to find a different dentist? That's what he told me to do. He's like, if you don't like her, find a different dentist. But I don't know. I don't know what to do. Because he really needs to have the tooth looked at. Because healthy teeth means healthy heart. And no rain died in 22 years. You're not gonna fucking die. You're not dying. You're gonna be old as fuck before you die. You're gonna be like, I curse you to live a very long life, none of rain. Oh, different dentist, yeah. I'll go ahead and call Dental TLC tomorrow if they're on his list for his health insurance, because I need a dentist that I'm familiar with, or that has good reviews, or has a good personality, or you know, our dentist of 20 plus years kicked us out of the practice because I called to tell them that when I got my teeth cleaned, you know, my teeth were shattered and ruined by whoever cleaned them at the time, and they kicked me out of the practice and said to never come back. I was just going to ask them to fix the problem. You know, like, fill the cracks, fill the holes, bitch. But instead they kicked me out of the practice. Like, I wasn't rude to them about it at all. I was just seeking help to get something fixed that they damaged. And they kicked me out of the practice instead. Your grandparents died before you were born? Yeah, I have a set of grandparents I never met. Oh my god, it's my dad's parents too. My grandfather was born in 1901. It was 1910. And my grandmother was born in like 1896. But that's my dad's parents. My grandmother didn't have my dad till she was like 50. And she gave birth to my dad in a barn on the floor. On the Greek island of Cyprus, on a farm. She had 14 children. He was the youngest of 14 children. Only 8 lived. Wow, Metal Rain, that's awesome. Your great-grandmother was born in 1941. I think my grandmother and my grandfather on my mother's side was, I think, the 20s. Let's see. Yeah, the 20s. I think my grandfather, Robert Genovese, was born like 1926. And my grandmother, Joanne Hanover, she was born in 1928. And they had a Christmas wedding in 1947, and they were like college sweethearts. He's from Los Angeles, she's from Kansas City. Yeah, it was, and it was so weird when my grandmother died, because she like died on the phone. Talking to my mom and me. That's how she wanted to go, though. That's how she wanted to die. She would not die unless she could talk to us. And those fucking assholes would not let her talk to us. And then finally they're like, you guys have to talk to her. She won't die unless she talks to you guys, and we really need her to die. And we're like, what? What the fuck is happening, you know? What the fuck is going on? And here's my mom dying. God, I'm so fucking fucked up. Ah. Like, drugs, please. Somebody give me some drugs. It was so beyond belief fucked up, you guys. And then my grandmother died, and it really pissed my mom's sister off. And then they talked about how jealous, I guess, my aunt was or something, of the fact that my mom was the last person that Grammy talked to. And, like, my aunt sent my mother this horrible text message on her deathbed, like, I'm done with you. Like, so I was done with her for a long time. Now, I did, like, kind of reconcile with my aunt over this year. I mean, it can't rain all the time, right? Right, Eric? It can't rain all the time. But, you know, I just thought it was so kind and sweet of her to reach out to me about my dad with his biopsy. I felt that was just very kind of her to do. I really, needed that. But I'll never forget, I still have the text message. I'll never forget what she told my mother in a text message on her deathbed. All because my grandmother wanted my mother to be the last person she ever talked to. Instead of her. Weird, huh? But I was glad to, you know, be on the phone with my grandma while she died. Sure. They said she had dementia, but at the end of the day, I think that they just locked her up because she was old and nobody wanted to take care of her like I would have. She kept begging us to she's like, get me out of this psycho house. They said she had dementia, but I don't know. My grandmother always remembered who I was. She didn't ever forget who my mom was. She talked about memories that, you know, some of us couldn't even remember, but did remember. But you see what I mean? Like, it was like, how does she have dementia when she doesn't act like it? You know, and dementia is really terrible. Like, one of my best dear friends from Tennessee, her mother died about a year ago from it. And it is kind of like, I almost kind of contribute to the symptoms to almost like having sepsis. Like, you lose your mind, you lose yourself, you lose your wit, you lose your, you know. But my grandmother wasn't like that with dementia. I still don't believe and will never believe she had dementia. And I think the most fucked up part about it too is like she had a special lockbox that she wanted to give me when she passed away. So she gave the key to her boyfriend who is blind. So who knows where the fucking key is or the lockbox now. I guess there was something like really important in that lockbox that she wanted me to have. But who knows? I would never know where the lockbox is or how to find it. I don't know if I'd go to like Missouri and go to Kansas City and go to like City Hall or something and do I say something about it? Just, you know, I don't know. But I figured whatever was in the lockbox was not meant to be mine after all. Especially after giving the key to her blind boyfriend. It's weird. Your aunt was born in 1981? Your grandma was born in 1961, so Gen X is the 60s. Boomers are the 1950s. Silent generation is the 40s. So you got the 40s, you got the silent generation. You got the 50s, you got the boomers. You got the 60s and the 70s, that's the Gen Xers. And then older millennials were actually born at the end of the 70s and the beginning of the 80s. And the younger millennials were born at the end of, you know, the 80s into the 90s. Okay? And they keep changing it though. Like, they keep changing it. Like, just fucking stop changing it, okay? But yeah, boomers are the 50s, dear. Okay? I promise you, nobody I know who was born in the 60s is a boomer or relates to that. My sister, my brother, my cousins, you know, it's just not. I actually don't know what year my brother and sister were born, so I probably should check that, but they're definitely not boomers. Gen X is not the biggest letdown of a generation. Not by any fucking chance. Look at all the great fucking music that came from Generation X. Nobody will do fucking rock and roll like that again. like the silent generation did, and like Gen X did. I'm just gonna go get a drink because I'm thirsty. And your great grandmother was born on the 29th of last month, and your aunt was 1981. That's so funny. Like my nieces and nephews were only like a couple years apart at the end of the 80s babies, and it's so weird because like my sister is my godmother, my brother-in-law is my godfather, and like it was like almost having more brothers and sisters with my nieces and nephews being like so close in age. It's a continuation of the same mistake the boomer generation did. Gen Beta babies. You wonder what these Gen Beta babies are like. Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like nothing but mammals and do it like they did it on Discovery Channel when they grow up. So I'll be right back. I just need to take a 5-minute break. God, that song's so weird. Do we have 10 likes yet? I guess not. Hi, baby. aunt calls one of her children Sweetums. Aw. Do they know what a desktop computer is? Maybe they don't. What about a typewriter? If I had my way, I would have a rotary phone in my house again. I really do not like the fact that if the Wi-Fi goes out, your home phone goes out, except for 911. I would really prefer to have a landline that's not accessible through internet or the Wi-Fi company, just the phone company. But they don't do that anymore, I don't think. And I would actually prefer to write my books on a typewriter, honestly. Am I happy with the new digital age? Making books and creating them? Yeah, I am. I'm okay with it, but what I'm not okay with is, hi baby, are you okay? What, honey? Come here, mommy. Come here. Hey, baby. What are you doing? Come here. Gypsy. Run away. She's just looking at me like she's looking at a ghost or something. Like she saw something that terrified her. You know, I never liked CDs. I never liked them. But they were pretty easy to clean and fix if they got scratches. You just take a soap bar. If you have a scratch on the CD, rub the soap over it and then buff out the soap and it'll fill the crack. Yeah, I never liked CDs. I preferred cassettes or vinyl. I even wish they'd bring back the 8-track so I could listen to some of the 8-tracks I found. I literally have a John Denver record on an 8-track. Can you believe that? Lucky they weren't aware of the pandemic, yeah. So you're just gonna sit there and look at me? What's wrong, dog? What's wrong with you? You're being so weird, baby. You're being so weird. Okay, Gypsy's gonna do the show. Is that better? Or does this sound scare you, honey? Hey, I got you now. You're safe. Fine, little. So I read somewhere that when you rub a dog's ears, it gives them such a euphoric feeling that it makes them feel high. Like as if they like it feels like it supposedly makes them feel like high, like we would feel if we were relaxed, like taking cannabis or something like that. I don't know if that's true, but I guess scientists have done like some experiments and stuff on dogs regarding their sensation, their feelings, and what it does to their brain. I guess they've also said that a human's brain is a lot like a cat's brain, very close to that of a cat brain. I think that's kind of crazy. Like, supposedly our skin is the closest animal is like to our skin is like the skin of a pig or a rat as well. I'm sorry, I got really into seeing what and studying what science does, how they study animals and do animal testing, because I'm like totally against it. But I did find it interesting that some of the studies on dogs and their sensation, as well as birds and their sensations and feelings and emotions, as well as bugs and stuff like that. They're not like bugs are not reptilian brained like reptiles. Reptilian brained is like a lot different than, say, a dog brain. And cows and pigs and goats and sheep, they're just like little puppies in a different form. That's all. And they're a lot like dogs. They don't really mature past the age of a 3-year-old toddler. Did you guys know that? I was this. Oh, huh. There's something in the bathroom knocking shit off the counter. Great. But I didn't know that about animals until I got more into reading about like how long they can live, like how long can a chicken live, a cow live, a pig live, a goat live, a sheep live if they're living their best life. And I was pretty shocked to find out that cows and pigs and sheep and goats, they don't really mature past the age of... Oh, did that fall? Or was it just... So that was knocked off the wall?
Yeah.
That's really creepy. Is the magnet on it still with the pin? Is there a red pin that's a magnet that's attached to it?
No.
That's really creepy. I just saw some stuff fly off the counter in the bathroom. And then that fell too? That's really weird and
What's that
creepy.
even say? It says like, I can't read the bottom.
It says fuck everything.
No wonder why I got knocked out.
Aw. He's gonna be 5 years old. That's so cute. 5 is one of the best years ever. Okay, so there must have been a ghost hanging out or around or something that Gypsy was sensing because she got really scared. She's fine now that I'm holding her. You gonna be okay? Yeah. Let's see. Go lay down with your mommy, doggy. My sister was 18 when she had her first baby. And she had 3 little stair steps. Well, I can't believe I've been here almost 2 hours. What time is it? I should probably go to bed. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy too, or sleepier than I was. Oh, you have a little brother? Oh, I'm so confused. Good night, Metal Ring. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Of course you will. You'll have a great day tomorrow. It's Friday. Being an uncle at 13 years old. Well, I was an aunt at that age. And, but I was not I was not your typical 13-year-old. I was home taught and I was playing live music in clubs and I was doing a lot of acting stuff at Disney and Universal at that time in my life. And, theater. Like, I just was not, like, doing what your typical 13-year-olds were doing. I was ready to be a rock star. And not have to wait till I was 18 to play clubs, so I went everywhere with my mom or my dad to play gigs. In fact, I think I was 13 years old when I played my first live gig solo with my own original music. And I think one of my first gigs, I actually opened up for the band Seven Dust. And I'm still friends with Seven Dust to this day. Was I mature for my age? No. No, I wasn't mature for my age. I was just maybe a little bit more highly evolved than other 13-year-olds. You know, other 13-year-olds are worrying about if they should have sex so they could be more popular at school with the boys or the girls. It was like, yeah, fuck that. I want to go play rock and roll. Yeah, I just wanted to play rock and roll and do art and music and see the world and educate myself and learn what I could and learn about where I came from and where we came from, and that way I could decide, like, you know, what kind of person I wanted to be, how I felt about things, and to kind of just decide what I think. Because one thing about me is that I really had a problem. I was very indecisive. Like, always had to have somebody, like, make up my mind for me. So that is also because of ADHD. And also being, like, secluded and feeling very lonely, being mostly deaf growing up. And I just think that, you know, once I got my ears, I was like, yeah, I want to live. I don't want to worry about people pleasing. I was never one of those people pleasers, and I was a bad girl. And that's funny because, like, you bring up that age and everything like that, because I was like, yeah, I'm just going to be a total bad girl, but not a bad girl like the girls at school having sex. You know, I was going to play rock and roll, I was going to be rock and roll, I was going to live and breathe rock and roll. But I didn't do any, I was always with my parents, so it wasn't like I was, you know, out there in a bar playing rock and roll by myself, doing adult things at all. It wasn't like that. You know, everybody knew I was underage, so they always put, like, these big X's on my hands with a stupid band. So everyone knew I was the minor in the building. But yeah, I pretty much dropped out of school at that age. I was done with those, like finito. I fell asleep in French class and they stapled my hair to the desk. The same day, I also got kicked out of chorus. And they wanted to put me in PE instead. And I was like, not having it. You know, I was just like, no, music is my thing. I'm going to drop out of school. And I told my parents, I'm like, you're going to home tutor me or get me a tutor or home teach me or I'm running away from home. Have a nice day. And I know that was probably mean of me, but I think when you're young, you should tell your parents how you feel. You should tell your parents what you want. And let them help you. If they're willing. I just had the kind of parents, they were like, you know what, you can talk to us about anything. So I trusted that. And I could talk to my parents about anything and they would help me make, power moves with my life so that I could better it, so I could have experiences doing the things I wanted to do. So it was a lot more fun to be home taught for myself, because then I didn't have a school teacher who was like trying to pass around my pads or make fun of me in front of other kids because I looked more mature than them. I did look more mature than them, Ari. Okay, I started my moon cycle very young, but I blossomed very late, if that makes any sense. Just because you become a woman at a very young age doesn't mean you are one. You know what I mean? And doesn't mean that you have the license to go and act like one either. A lady, yes, but not a grown woman. So I learned more having my mom as my teacher. I could ask more questions. I could do my math the way I wanted to do it instead of like I think I told you before, because I wasn't doing math the way the textbook teaches you. They would fail me. It wouldn't matter if I got the problems correct on the test. They knew I didn't do my math like the textbook teaches you, so they would just fail me for not doing the math correctly the way it was taught in a textbook from the 50s. Or 60s or 70s or whenever. Yeah, you were 14? Oh, I was so young. 9? 9. 9. But you know, many, many, many young women throughout medieval history, medieval time, Elizabethan time, Victorian, Edwardian time, and even during modern advanced time, have started their moon cycles very young. I mean, look at the royal family in England. Okay, they are only the royal family that they are today because of a 12-year-old girl who gave birth to a child that belonged to a grown man. How disgusting is that? Like, that was actually normal back then. To be 9 and get your period and get sold off to some guy, okay, to go and start a family. And usually someone who is much older than you. So it's good that this whole thing has changed throughout the last 100 years where, it's, you get to actually be a child now. You don't have to be pushed into something that makes you uncomfortable, that benefits your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also you don't have to sit around and wait for your family to, match make you with the perfect person that they think would be perfect for you. We can do, our own love stories now. We have that free will and that freedom to do it. Is 9-year-old? Yeah, it's very normal, Ari, for women to start their period and have children at that age. Okay, and it's known throughout medieval history and time that women would get their moon cycles at a very young age, and they would be women by 10, 11, 12, and 13, and even be mothers. Mothers with 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 kids. I'm a bit of a historian nerd, so. Yeah, that was so weird to me, is like, I didn't even look sexually mature, Ari, and I got my moon cycle. I thought I was dying. I was dying. It was so funny. And my mom's like, it's a very natural thing, honey. It's very natural and normal. I didn't even know what my boobs were till I was probably 16. And that's why I always make that joke about us women. We're the true warriors. We've seen far more blood than any man has in the last 100 years, 50 years, 20 years. We've seen more blood than probably any man ever will. So, be proud of it. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I thought I was dying. I was like, Mommy, I'm dying. She's like, what are you talking about? You're dying. What's happening? I don't know what's happening. Because I was young. It's not like, it's not like moms in the 20th and 21st century are prepping their daughters for moon cycles and birthing babies. You'll live, Parrot Mama. Don't worry. We're all dying in some little way or another. I think all our souls ache, so don't feel alone in that, okay, dear? Yeah, Ari, you should go back to YouTube tonight and look up, let me put it here, King Henry the, where did my chat go? Oh, there it is, okay. Go look up King Henry VII's mother. What is this fucking wire doing here? Margaret, I think it's B-E-U-F-O-R-T, B-E-U-F, Margaret Beaufort. Yeah, go look her up. Okay. She is the reason that the royal family that's on the throne now in England is even there. Okay, and she made sacrifices. She made a lot of sacrifices, okay? She didn't have to marry that guy and give him a child. She didn't have to, all right? But she had to. You see what I'm saying? Whereas nowadays, that would never happen. That would never happen. But she's a very interesting woman. I mean, they try to paint her as this staunch, evil woman in some of the, movies and TV shows that they've made about the Tudors. Like, if you watch The Spanish Princess, okay? If you watch, if you go and look at the stuff about the Tudors, or you go and look at, like, if you watch The White Queen, The White Princess, The Spanish Princess, all through that, they paint Margaret Beaufort as a complete psychopath, okay? But, no. She gave up a lot to give a lot to her country. And I think that that's a very, bold and brave thing that she did to give birth to a child at 12 years old to save her country. It's incredible. So you went through a session of past life regression? Why put yourself through that, though? That version of you is not coming back. Okay? You're never going to be that version of you again. You have a chance to be here now. I went and did Akashic records and past life regressions, and then or wanted to, and then I would set up a thing to have them done, and then I'd get in the room to have them done, and I'd meet the person that was going to help with the past life regression or help with the Akashic records or whatever, and I would just be like, you know what, never mind. Let's just focus on now, you know? Let's focus on now, because I know that only now matters. The future's not here, and the past is not coming back. So who do you want to be now? You gotta stay here now. And then that way, you can live in the now. Because if you stay in the past, you're gonna go to, you're gonna get lost in it again and again and again and wonder what the fuck. If you go too far in the future, it's gonna just cause a lot of anxiety and stress because, you're probably at a point in your life where you maybe somebody or something that happened to you in your life took your power away from you. But let me just put the power back in your hand for a minute and tell you that, you're the one that creates it. You create your reality based on now. So how do you see yourself now? Or how do you want to see yourself now? What version of you do you want to be living and experiencing, and just start it now? Start embodying that feeling. Who would you be if you woke up in the morning and knew that you could just change your whole life by one thought, one feeling, one sensation, that right now is all that counts, and you got to make the best of it? Because life is short. You're going to want to find the people you want to spend the rest of your life with. You're going to want to enjoy right now, because you're enjoying less of right now because of that past. It's not coming back. Well, yeah, it might haunt you, but there are ways to treat that. There are ways to soothe that. There's ways to comfort yourself, and and just enjoy what you've learned from it. Ouch. And then think about your future. If you're going to think about your future, try not to go too far into the future. The not too distant future is okay, but getting lost in the fucking is no good for anybody. Okay. People will do that. Husbands will do that to you. Best friends will do that to you. Family will do that to you. But don't do it to yourself, okay? Because you'll take even more away from yourself by not just staying in the now. Yeah, it's a deep anger. I've been there. I've definitely been there. You'll recover, I promise. And that's the joy of it. And you'll be so much happier when you decide that you want to stay in the more highly evolved version of yourself. Anger is a form of, let's see, there's 7 stages of grief. So you're like somewhere in between. So what's happening with you with that anger is you keep going back to shock and terror and bargaining. We need to get you past this anger. And that's good that you're in anger, because next comes freedom. After, when you can find that acceptance and be angry about the fact that you didn't get out of it sooner, instead of angry at him for what he took away. Because here's the thing. Wherever you go, there you are. You have any chance, any time in your life to pick up the broken pieces and put them back together as you see fit, as you find the comfort and the time to do so. Okay? Yeah. It's like nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. So you've given it meaning. Deep anger, from your deep soul, oppression. You know what I mean? Now, tell yourself something different. I'm not oppressed anymore. Oppressed by what? The fucking? Fuck that. Fuck him. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. Now it's time to get groovy into that deep soul dive, okay? Groovy feelings, like getting your groove back. You know? Start with how you feel about yourself, you know, like what could you do now, tomorrow, the next day to be working on your self-concept so that it's not always like, what the fuck is going on, you know? And following that inner compass. One thing I hate about the internet and social media is it is killing our survival skills. People can't cook. People can't farm. People couldn't grow a flower if they tried. People can't read cursive. People can't write cursive. People can barely write or read. What the fuck? And they're all relying on, oh my God, so much shit that goes on the internet that people can't even make decisions or choices for themselves, let alone get in touch with their inner compass, which is your survival skills. So, of course, someone's going to be able to steal everything away from you because you're vulnerable to the point where you love someone, you care about them, you want to take care of them, you want to be with them, you want to be their person, their life too. To get blindsided by stupidity because the person that was your person, all right, you gave a meaning to it at some point with his actions, his reactions, and the way you reacted and acted to his reactions and actions created that version of him that took a lot away. And now you're just resentful. So here's my advice to everyone who's in a relationship. Leave before you become resentful of them. Or you will carry that resentfulness with you for most of your life. Stop the fucking before the fucking happens when you start feeling it. I mean, I tell you what, the last relationship I was in, I was like, I mean, I would feel things and then I would like confront him and then I'm not one of these bitches who's like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna confront him. I don't want to cause any problems. I just don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. So I will literally ask somebody for their honest opinion and their honest truth. Where are we going and what is happening and blah 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 blah, and I won't put up with it. I won't put up with the lying and the cheating and the sneakiness and because when I love somebody, I don't want to resent them. So I'll just disappear. I'll just kind of just disappear. If I now in my life, if there's something that I don't want to say, like, not disappear, like, like not be involved in my life or other people's lives, but like I'll disappear that version of myself that maybe doesn't like the version of other people that are showing up. Do you see what I mean? Like I will, instead of being like confronting to be confrontational, many people will think that that's what it is. Like I'm confronting them to be confrontational when I'm confronting to have knowledge and wisdom and give care to nurture a situation, okay? But when there is a version of someone showing up to me that I don't like, that I don't fucking appreciate, I will flip the switch, and I'll just be like, okay, whatever. That's a version of them that's not real. That's a version of them I don't like. So that's a version of them I will turn my back on. So the version of your husband that took a lot away from you, that's like resentfulness. That's because you feel he took a lot away from you. And you were giving that comfort, that care, that give and take. In the first moment that you realized he wasn't giving and taking back, which is really what a relationship is about. An extra added bonus in your life that improves your life, brings you even more joy to what you're already joyful for. So now you gotta figure out who you are. And, you know, if you want that you gotta think about the version of the husband you want. And then you have to live from it. You have to remind yourself, even if you have to sit there sometimes and, like, I don't know if you're still with him or not, or whoever, it doesn't matter if it's your husband, your mother, your wife, your best friend, your kid, you know, if you start to get resentful of someone that you care about, that you love, just because maybe they made a mistake, or they did something really bad to you, they cheated on you, they lied to you, whatever. People make mistakes, okay? You have to understand people make fucking mistakes. That doesn't make them a bad person. Okay, what you do is you confront them about it, like I just said, you talk to them about it, and tell them I'm not trying to be confrontational at all. I'm just trying to make it better. So you gotta think about that version. He doesn't take anything from you. He gives and takes all the love that you need now. And every day that comes forth. So it's like, so now it's like, instead of you having, you know, remembering the man that made you feel yummy, remembering the man that you fell in love with, remembering the man that you married, he's now this troll under a bridge who took a lot away from you, and you're resentful for it. But you know what? You can get that back, and you don't have to share it with him. You don't have to share it with anybody. So don't do anything that triggers you, okay? But remember, people make mistakes. You can change the version of them. Maybe while we can't change people, okay? I think we can change people. I think we can help them grow and evolve and become better. I also think that's the same like way that people can make decent people become bad people overall. But I think that at the end of the day, if you want to, just take a little time to go within, and you know, maybe your husband taps you on the shoulder and says, "Hey, I'm over here, Mrs. I'm not that goblin over there, or that boogeyman over there." And every time your negative Nancy starts to get you riled up about how he took everything away, you tell that bitch off. Okay, you tell that cunt where the front fucking door is. Okay, it's over there. See your ass out. I'm not putting up with your limiting beliefs and circumstances anymore. Fuck it. Because she'll keep clawing away at you, and 1 year will go by, and 2 years will go by, and 3 years will go by, and you'll keep getting tarot card readings, or past life regressions, or Akashic records, and it will all just be a fucking cloud in your head. So just take control of it, and don't do anything that triggers you, but also don't do anything that's gonna get you lost in that past again, because you gotta stay here now. So what kind of husband do you want? You want a new husband? Well, you can have a new love story with him, but you gotta wipe away that past clean. You have to. I'm only the best because I have the best mentor on YouTube. Okay, and I've really, really, really practiced what I preach. Okay, and I really had a wonderful, amazing, I still have a wonderful and amazing mom. And I just wish that more women were better mothers to their daughters and their sons, because if they were, I don't think that we would be in so much of a fucking with social skills and dating and love and life and marriage and sex as women. And men too. You want someone who loves you and your daughter? Well, you can have it. You can have it. I mean, I don't know if you'll find it in your neighborhood. I don't know if you'll find it in your town. I don't know if you'll find it in this country. Or what country, whatever country you're in. I couldn't tell you right now. But you could tell yourself right now. You know, where is that man from? What does he look like? What does he do? How would he treat you? How would he treat your daughter? You know, make it like an Amazon shopping spree. You know, you pick out his eye color and then leave it to spirit and the universe to conspire it all to show up at the right time for you, okay? He's Chinese. Okay. That's okay. Chinese and American. I mean, my cousin is Greek Cypriot. He's married to a Chinese girl. He's very happy. I'm sure she's very happy too. Well, that's very sweet of him. He gives you money when you need it, and that's important. That a husband and wife can give that to each other. Like I said, I'm a very give and take kind of person, but I'm also the kind of person I don't do nice things for people to gain anything or get anything, or I'm not sitting around being nice to you because I'm expecting anything from you. I'm doing it because it makes me feel good, and it brings me joy to give you a little bit of joy and put the power back in your hands. So yeah, what do you want next? What do you want the next scene to be? Because it's your movie. So write us a script or a book or a movie we'd all want to watch. We want to watch and give us some money too. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to make it laugh. But look, you got the power. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. I promise. Free yourself from that past life. Free yourself from the past versions of yourself in this life. Don't get lost in the future version of yourself that hasn't shown up yet. But be thinking in the now about that future, that version of you. Now you're at that anger stage. You're going to move on to accepting it more and more and more every day, and getting past the 7 stages of grief, so that you can evolve into that version of that grown woman that you want to be, that people perceive, that people see, that people meet, that people know. But I'm also, I also want you to know that I am speaking from life experience. It's not just because I have a great mother or I have a great mentor. I'm literally speaking from life experience. Okay, I've been playing rock and roll in live nightclubs since I was 13 years old. I dropped out of school because I was like, I'm not putting up with all these snot-nosed kids. I told my parents, I'm not doing it. Okay, so I did homeschooling, and then I graduated high school early through homeschooling, and then I went to I got a scholarship to Berklee School of Music, and I didn't finish it, but I got it, and I did it, and it was fun. He doesn't understand. Yeah, and that's okay, because, you can change how he shows up to you. You really can. But see, you create that version of him. Because you're involuntarily having thoughts and feelings. And you've obviously been programmed by him and his unwillingness to understand whatever it is that you need him to understand. And you become resentful for it. So that's why I say, excuse me, gosh, that was such an ugly yawn. Tell yourself he does understand. But can you convince yourself of it? Can you embody it? That's why I tell people to leave before you get resentful. I mean, I've had relationships make me feel this way too. And I'm not even married to them. Or I never have been, never will be. And then I had to let it go because I didn't want to keep that resentfulness going. It's just not my nature to feel resentful, be revengeful, or be I'm not an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth kind of person. I'm a don't make me use my dark side, please, kind of person. Not joking. I can't control it. But I can control myself, my emotions, my feelings, my actions, my reactions. And I don't have to give in to the power of my mind on the dark side all the time. Many people think that it's something outside of you to give it to you, to do it for you. This is just a can with water in it. Okay? Many people would take metals and water and make spells and call it spells, forgetting that they're the spell at the end of the day. Okay, not the candle, not the incense, not the oils, not the words, not the incantations. You are the magic parrot mama. Okay, don't forget that. Do I think you're sub? I don't know what you mean, sweetheart. No, you didn't take over anything. It's fine. There's not a lot of people here anyways. Most people just come here to hang out and listen, and then most people just come here also to hang out and talk and listen. Also, and do tarot. Have I done jar work? Yeah, you could do jar work. You can do hoodoo, voodoo, shmoodoo, Christianity poo, Wiccan fluff bunny shit. You can do manifesting, law of attraction, law of assumption, law of expectation. You can do black magic, white magic, gray magic, red magic, pink magic. You can do satanic magic. You can do what else is there out there? You can do candomblé all day long. None of it's gonna fucking work if you don't work. Okay? All that shit is meaningless until you give it a meaning from here. So, oh yeah, I need these candles so I can get the love of my life going here. Well, it's not gonna work unless you understand that you are the magic. Do you see what I'm saying? But yes, I have done jar work, and I feel sorry for those people. I feel sorry for those people who tried to take my home away from me. Sorry for those people who tried to invade my home and make me uncomfortable. You should have never done that to me. I feel kind of sorry for them that it even came to that. So because they were greedy with me and my father who had cancer at the time, yeah, you better believe I did some jar work. Some jarhead work. Hey Meryl, welcome back to the Chammy. Hey Liz, so good to see you both. If I want him to come back, how do I? I can't believe that you're still alive. Yes, I'm live. I know, right? I need to go to bed. I'm so tired. So if you want him to come back, okay, no spell will work. No jar work, no candle, no fucking flame. Because it's here within you. And he's already taken everything from you. You see what I mean? You have to go within and do the work. The magic, the jar, fuck, I could write his name on an egg and pee on it for you and go bury it out in my graveyard. It won't matter. Okay? You have to be the one to decide for yourself what you want. Because there's nothing outside of you to give it to you but you to make him come back. Once you get him back, well, what version of him do you want back? And what are you telling yourself about that is voodoo? Yes, dear. It's hoodoo, not voodoo. There's a big difference between hoodoo and voodoo, okay? Many people get hoodoo and voodoo confused. I have studied it all. Satanism, Christianity, paganism, catechism, orthodoxism, okay, you name it, I've done it, okay, and I've studied it. Not done it, but I mean studied it profusely because I don't want to be a fucking dumbass who doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, nor do I want to be a dumbass who doesn't understand what the fuck idiots are doing either to protect myself. Okay? I don't need a fucking spell. I am the fucking spell. I am the fucking magic. Don't fuck with me. That's where you need to be. All of you. Okay? Every single fucking one of you. Whether you're decisive, indecisive, can't make up your mind, can make up your mind, know what you want, don't know what you want. You within controls everything around you. None of this shit's here because I was like, I'm gonna let the walls hang up the stuff on the walls. This guitar's not sitting here with Stormy Cat's sticker on it because I was brain dead. No, I had a thought. The candle's there, the ivy's on the wall there, the guitar's there. I'm here because I had a thought. So it's your thoughts that create Parrot Mama. It's your feelings and your actions and reactions to things that create. Okay, you're not going to go make a baby because you had an idea in your head and thought you wanted to have a baby. No, you actually have to have a thought to actually go and find a man or a woman to have a baby with and physically make it happen. Like, there's no spell that's going to make a child crawl out of your vagina. So there's no spell that's going to make him crawl back into yours because you are the spell. No candle, no incense, no peeing on an egg, writing his name on it, and burying it in a graveyard in a fucking jar. No. Did I need to do jar work to despise my enemies? No. All I had to do is pray Psalms 91 and believe in the power of the magic that I conceal in my heart and mind. You'll get there. You're probably already there now that we've had this chat. Or at least mostly there. Okay? Have I been drinking? Oh, only cheer wine, which is just a cherry cola and a southern cherry cola. And some LaCroix lemon sparkling water. That's about it, Meryl. Have you been drinking? Because if you've been fucking drinking, have a drink for me, please. I probably need to have a drink at this point. My day's been so fucking crazy. I didn't work on any of my art. I didn't work on any of my music. I didn't do anything today, Meryl. I had the call center on all day. Nobody called. But that's okay. I mean, I got other stuff done. Okay, let me go get a drink. We're gonna have a drink before I go to bed. Meryl, Tara and Daddy drank all my strawberry rosé, so I only have a, what is it? It's a red Cabernet Sauvignon. It's not too bad. It's pretty good wine. I hate that everything's backwards on YouTube. Please fix it, you dumbasses. Yeah, I'll just have a drink with you real quick, Meryl, before I go to bed, because I probably need to have one after the ridiculous day I had, where the dentist was trying to force me into having my dad's teeth cleaned before having even an oral examination. God, she's such a bitch. No, she's not even a bitch. She's a cunt. What am I talking about? Bitches in my reality are babes in total control of themselves. And she totally did not have control of herself, Meryl. She was talking really fast. And she made me call like 3 or 4 people before she would like even help me. So I had to call Kaiser, and then I had to call her, and then I had to call Delta Dental, and then I had to call her back, and then call Kaiser again, and call her back. It was just like, oh, come on, take me away forever from the phone. I fucking hate the phone. It does smell good and woody. It smells really yummy. I'm so glad that you came by, Meryl, because I definitely need a drink. Thank you for reminding me. Cheers, babe. Tell John I said hi. What are you drinking anyways, Meryl? Are you having like mixed drinks? Are you having cocktails, martinis, wine, a beer, what? I'm not really sure why that held your comment back, but sometimes what you have to know, Parrot, about the chat, it is haunted, so sometimes things you say might not go through. Bud Light, that's cute. That's so cute. That's so cute, Meryl. I love that. You're drinking vodka? What kind of vodka? I just recently went to the liquor store and got some raspberry Smirnoff vodka. Yeah. And I made an oxymel with raspberry liqueur vodka and some raw honey with bee balm. And then I made another one with the bee balm and the orange Smirnoff vodka and orange blossom honey. I cannot wait to try it. Has it been 6 weeks yet? I think it's only been about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. Straight 100 proof, yeah. I also really like French martinis, so I like to get the Chambord and mix it with the raspberry vodka and a dash of pineapple juice. Really good like that. Sadly, they don't, Chambord does not make their raspberry vodka anymore. I'm so sad they don't make the raspberry. It was the best raspberry vodka, and it was even pink. Oh my god, it was so delicious. It was like a black raspberry vodka as well. It had blackberry and regular raspberry vodka from Chambord. It was the best vodka I'd ever tasted. Maybe that's what I'll do next time. I'll look for a blackberry vodka to try in my French martini, because I haven't found one yet. Okay, yeah, send me a picture of the vodka, Meryl. My favorite wine is Mavro Daphne. It's a Greek Cypriot wine that comes from a black flower. You tried that, really? Have you tried a French martini with Chambord? Oh, it is so good. Oh, it's like good sex in your mouth. See what other drinks do I like. Yeah, see, I'm just not. I just like a French martini and, you know, a simple glass of wine every once in a while. I used to really like to drink Jack Daniels. I used to really like to drink that fucking coconut rum. Oh, I would get so drunk on Final Fantasy, Meryl, when we would play Final Fantasy, and I would drink rum on Ventrilo with the guys and the girls that we did salvage with. And I think Terror has some recordings from those times too. They're hilarious to play back and listen to. I don't know if you were ever on Ventrilo with us, but yeah, what is happening with your sister, honey? I didn't get the whole picture. Is she now, are you home in Florida, or are you out with her in another state? What's going on? Hopefully bedtime soon. I woke up this morning and all my pets were not feeling well. My dog Rooney threw up. And now my dog is in the hallway crying because she wants to go to bed. It's really sad. She's just lying in the hallway looking around, whining. Gypsy, come here, baby. I'll give you a cookie. I don't think she believes me. Am I still here? Okay. Oh, no, it's okay. You don't have to donate, sweetheart. Just hang out. Just, you know, if you want to donate at some time in the future, go ahead. But it's not necessary. Okay, I'm looking at my message. Oh my god, that looks delicious. I love that. It looks so delicious. It looks so yummy. Passion. I love that name. If I ever have a daughter, I'm going to name her Passion. Pashen, but not Passion fruit. So is that what the flavor is passion fruit? You're looking for a job, you'll find it. What kind of job do you want? I would suggest art galleries, head shops, music and vinyl stores. Music stores like to have instruments, and vinyl record stores. Those are really fun places to work. Yes, the more that you trust the universe, the more that it co-conspires with you to give you what you want and need. I always have more than enough. I always have more than enough money, more than enough food. I have a wonderful home to live in a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. I mean, who could ask for more? You know, I want more. How can I stop not asking for more? It's so much fun to be the spell, to be the magic, to decide what I want and get it, to choose what I want. I always get what I want is what you need to be telling. I always and every day am happier, healthier, and wealthier. Every day that goes by, Parrot Mama, I am the I am of my reality. Are you okay?
Yeah, Kim said good night.
Alright, good night, Daddy. I love you, Frank and Dad.
Good night, I love you too.
Don't worry, I'll turn the air conditioner on. I'm gonna get offline soon because I gotta go to bed too, so I can work in the morning. I love you too, Parrot Mama, and I love you, Meryl and Liz and everyone who came by tonight. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I promise I will sing a song for you guys at some point. Is this guitar even tuned? I have been working on a song. Oh, that's probably right there. What is it stuck to? I have been working on a song that I'm gonna probably put a video out this weekend. And I don't think that I'm gonna be playing it on the 12th string. Yeah, it's very hard to play on 12th string. Although it sounds pretty cool. I've been working on a Neil Young song. It's kind of hard to play with a 12 string. It really hurts to play Neil Young with a 12 string. And you know how easy Neil Young music is to play. Maybe it'll be easier with the other guitar. Too many strings, too many notes. And I think I need a capo. Anywhere? I don't think I have a capo on hand right now. Is there one on top of the flying bee? Nope. Yes, I'll probably put the capo back in my desk and I'm not gonna go and get that one. Ooh, it's so out of tune. It is a nice 12 string, Liz. And I really searched hard and long and wide to make the decision to get this Gretsch. And I also got this Gretsch in Nashville. It's the Gretsch Falcon. So her name is Melanie. She's named after my best friend who died. And this guitar's name is Lucy. Yes, named after Lucille Ball. I don't think it's tuned. Yeah, it's not tuned. this song. I don't have the I don't have the capo though, so I can't really play it, but I can unprop. Definitely sounds better with the capo. Jag live was great with the Oh yeah, you got to see it. Okay, great. Let's see if I'm even playing this in the right key. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed, sweetheart. I promise. Yeah, I don't think sounds way better on that guitar. What is it, baby? The dog's like, please take me to bed. Yep, you're right. Family is forever. I think that you can also make people who you're not related to also your family, like your friends. Like my best friend feels very much like my sister. We've been best friends since we were kids. Put the video out sometime this weekend. I need to go to bed, you guys. Now the dog's like, oh, you're gonna play guitar and not take me to bed? Yes, dog. You gonna sing? Is that how you sing? Okay, come here. I'm sorry. I'm being rude to you. You want to go to bed and I'm all playing guitar. Come here right now. Don't you want a cookie? Come on, let's get a cookie. Let's get a cookie and say goodnight to everyone. Come on, cookie over here. It's cookie wookie time. That one's for you. Okay. Oh. Come here. You, my darling. Yeah, I gotta go to bed. Can you not get the cookie out of my hand? Yeah? Because I haven't given it to you yet. What'd you forget to tell me? Yay, it's the witching hour. Oh my god, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to bed. Dawn comes quick. The chirping from the fire alarm next door finally stopped. Okay, are the those good cookies? Yeah, you like the cookies? Yeah. Gross. Now your slobber's all over my hands. Oh boy, I love dog slobber. Yuck. I'm so glad that the fucking chirping from the fire alarm stopped. I told you it would stop. I was like, even if you have to go over and tell that bitch to make it stop. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow, you guys. Tomorrow's movie night, tarot night, ghost hunting night. I'll be back with the spirit box, the REM pod. I'm sorry I didn't turn it on tonight. I'm just too exhausted. So we'll do tarot. We'll watch a public domain horror story. Hopefully I'll find a good one. It might be silent. It might not be. I don't know yet. I'll announce it like shortly before the live. Probably start about 11:30 Eastern Standard Time to between 11:30 p.m. and midnight. So is when I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do any lives in the afternoon. It just really depends on what tomorrow brings. I'm trying to flip my house. Do you have laundry at home or do you have to go? Oh no, I don't have to go to the laundromat anymore. Thank God. Excuse me. It got to the point where it's like I was doing all the laundry all the time at the laundromat, and then my wonderful friend Angela, which I don't know if you've met her here on the channel before, she would do it for me. And then I'd go pick it up, and it was like the same price, and whether or not I was going to, put quarters in the machine or not. But Tara bought me a Samsung Flex Wash in 2017. Meryl, I have saved $12,000. Well, I didn't save $12,000 in the bank, but I've saved $12,000 not going to the laundromat since 2017. That's almost, 17, 18, 19, 20, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 8 years of being able to do my laundry anytime I want. Now, I don't have a dryer. I mean, I do have a dryer, but I, refuse to use it because somebody donated it to me. And even though it still works and they dried their clothes in it, I really don't want to dry my clothes in a dryer that's 30, 40 years old that has gum stuck to it on the inside that I can't get off. So I'm going to get that fucking dryer out of that fucking laundry space and have someone come get it. What time? But yeah, I really want the Samsung Flex Wash dryer next. I don't know if I can get it anytime soon, but I would still like to get it. And the reason I went with the Samsung Flex Wash, Meryl, is because it's like 2-in-1. So I've got the washing machine at the top for delicate items like lingerie, delicate clothing, yes, I'm still on, Sugar. How are you, babe? And then the dryer also has the regular dryer in the front, but it has a dryer on top. And I really wanted to get that dryer because all my sweaters that are delicate and vintage, I can hand wash them, and then I can put them in the dryer on top of the Samsung Flex dryer, and it will delicately dry my vintage sweater without shrinking it. See what I mean? So how do I dry? God, I'm drying my clothes. So I hang up all the clothes, or all the bedding, or all the blankets, all the socks. And I have two, you're gonna laugh at me, Meryl. I have two air purifiers. So I keep the filters in those clean, and then I will put those up under the clothes to dry. And they dry. They dry pretty fast too. I know that kind of sounds crazy and weird, but that's all I have to dry the fucking clothes. And it works out for now. I don't have to worry, that they're not going to dry, or they're going to smell funny, or they're going to smell weird. But yeah, that's what I have to do. So I have to hang the clothes like on the chair rail of the door, like that the door frame. Cause that's like all I have. You know, just make it fucking work. I make everything fucking work because I'm a gypsy and that's how we are. Oh my god, I love my Samsung Flex Wash so much. So I had these two runners in the hallway. And they were totally smashed after I was walking on them over the last year. So I just folded them up. And I swear, they're probably like 2 by 9. Maybe they're 7 by 2, but I think they're 2 by 9. Folded that bitch up and put it in the Samsung Flex Wash on sanitize. Those fucking carpets came out like butter, right? They're clean. They look brand new. They smell good. I was like, yeah, fuck getting a Hoover carpet cleaner over that. So that really made me happy. And I didn't know that the Samsung Flex Wash can actually wash rugs that are as big as 7 by 9. You just fold them and throw the bitch in there. I kind of wish I could do that. I got this I have this really expensive rug. I did not buy it. Somebody gave it to me because her dog peed on it and she didn't want it anymore. But when you clean that carpet, girl, it feels like velvet and silk on your feet when you walk across the pile. So right now it's trash because the neighbors upstairs, their washing machine leaked and it came through a hole in the ceiling. I think I've talked to you about that. He still has not fucking fixed that. But worst of all, the worst part though is that I had a fucking moment where I went to clean out the Samsung Flex Wash and I cleaned it out, got the old water out of the bin at the bottom, cleaned out the little filter tube. I put the filter tube back in and twisted it, but I didn't twist it enough to lock it in. Oh my god, I put the fucking washing machine on self-clean. There was a fucking flood in the kitchen. I was like, oh no, we can take a bath in here if we wanted. And I'm surprised, the neighbors didn't complain downstairs. There was no leaking. I got it up as quick as I could. I mean, can you imagine me with fucking buckets taking water up off the floor coming out of the fucking washing machine? I mean, that wasn't no little leak. That was like a waterfall, okay? So it got all over the fucking carpet again, and I just cleaned it. So I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow and clean that bitch again. But it's too big to put in the Samsung Flex Wash. It's like, that carpet's gotta be the room's 15 by 15, so that carpet's gotta be like a 9 by 12 or a 12 by 12 or a 10 by 12. It's a really big, huge carpet. So yeah, and I hate that I can't put it in the Samsung Flex Wash, but I'm gonna clean it this week, see how it goes. And if it's not to my if it's not to my liking, I'm just gonna probably hire someone to come and do it for me, or take it away, clean it, and bring it back to me. Because one thing about this house, we don't have heat or central air, so I have to get the rugs cleaned before fall and winter come. Because if I don't, the floors are gonna be ice pick cold, and that cold air is gonna seep up through the floorboards. Oh my god, it's so violently cold. I literally have almost slept in the fireplace with the fire going. It's been so cold in the past. But he just won't fix it. He keeps taking my rent, not fixing anything. One day I'm gonna take his whole house from him, whether it's in cash or legally. So be nice to me, Mr. Landlord. But I actually have moved in and taken care of the place. Everyone who's moved into this house, upstairs and downstairs, Meryl, has trashed it. Nobody fucking appreciates this house as much as me, not even the owner. And nobody calls it his house. Everyone calls it my house. So I'm on a good manifesting roll with making it mine, Meryl. I would really love to make it my home. And, make it as a home base for, the rest of my life. And the house just turned, 96. Yeah, the house is 96 years old. So I guess that means that the graveyard under it is probably 100 years old. I know that it's definitely pre-Civil War. I think it's definitely pre-Civil War. I mean, because it goes from, the end of the street to the house next door and under our houses all on this side. There's no graves on the other side, though. People can't take your home. You're right. People can't take my home. But they've tried. and they paid for it gravely. Because I'm the spell. Yep. And I get everything I want. See how easy it is, Parrot Mama, to put the power even back in your own hands? Tell yourself something that feels good, even if it's a fucking lie. Okay? To compel what you want towards you, instead of keep telling yourself a shit story that keeps compelling what you don't want towards you. Okay? Being a rapid transformational therapist is like, it's been a mind-opening experience for me to learn about it, first of all, but then to share it and help others apply it as well. It's just a blessing. It's, I probably talk more words in a day than I make money for it, but at least I'm doing something I find joyful. I'm doing something that I love, and if you're doing something you love, you're never really working, right? I knew that if I was going to do something other than music, and I couldn't do acting, it was going to have to be something else I loved, like tarot, or helping people based on my own experiences and relating to their own, or something like that. I know everyone would probably much prefer to hear me sing and play, but... Okay, sweetheart, you just do you, okay? And take your time, and no rush. There's a lot of people that come here that don't donate, and they get a lot of help anyways. So I'm going to do a free collective message before I go to bed. If anybody wants to get a paid reading, the best time to get a paid reading would be now, because I'm at 5%, I think. Let me see. Again, I'm at 9%. Okay. Did you want to get a paid reading, Sugar? Or would you rather do one privately, dear? Yeah, you can get a reading, sweetheart. But make it happen now, because I'm at 9%. So let me go ahead and put the laptop on let me make the battery, let me put it on low battery mode so the battery will last longer, and I'll put it on the charger, okay? Say what again, babe? Yeah, you can get a reading. Yes, you can get a reading. Okay, I'll be right back. I just gotta put this on low battery mode. Oh, let me see if I can find the charger too. I'll put it myself on the charger. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back, Sugar. Okay, you sent it? Alright, great. Thank you so much. I appreciate your payment. I just had to spend money I didn't have to like get a transmission filter fluid change, which I'm gonna do tomorrow with Dad to the car. Maybe I'm gonna do it Saturday. Oh my God, so thank you so much for your payment, Sugar. I really appreciate it. I had to like get into money that I'd set aside for another bill that's due. So I could fix the car, because if I don't fix the car, I'm not gonna be able to take Dad to the doctor next Friday. He's gotta go have his yearly physical, so I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm doing $6. $6 up to 3 questions, honey. It doesn't let me view your whole message, so let me go over to the email and see if it lets me view the whole message. Oh, thank you so much, Meryl, for your 30 jewels. I love it. If you want to ask a question, go ahead too. I'm gonna just do Sugar's reading. Sugar, I'm so glad you had this enlightenment, because remember, once again, you are the operant power. How will be my future wife? Well, hopefully she'll be very happy. Sugar, I'm glad though that you come to this realization about this guy. Now, just because he's being a dickwad doesn't mean that he is a dickwad, though. Okay, if he's refusing to talk to you, well, change the story. Do you see what I'm saying? You moved on, you found a better man, or you moved on and he found a better you, and realized that you're the one that he loves, cherishes, and adores. You guys have had fun. You guys have gotten a chance to get to know each other. I am so proud of you for trying to talk to him, to confront him in a comfortable way or a peaceful way, to be able to find some kind of solace in this situation. But if he's not willing, he was willing when we first started doing readings about him, but something has changed. Something dark has changed. I don't know if it's alcohol, I don't know if it's drugs, I don't know if it's sex, but it's almost as if everybody wanting something from him, and it feels to him as if everything that everyone wants from him is superficial. So because what you have for him, what you feel for him, what you show him is not superficial, it feels like a strange sensation to him that he's never probably experienced before. Okay, I'm just probably going off the deep end here, but I'm just letting you know what I'm feeling about him while I'm kind of channeling his energy a little bit. But that's also, the last reading was showing how he feels like people only want to be with him because he's popular, good looking, a good dancer, you know what I mean? They don't really want to get to know the good and the bad and the ugly, and still love the good and the bad and the ugly. And he obviously sees that in you, and it's making him feel uncomfortable because he's never felt that before from anybody except maybe his mother. Okay, you want to know what he's thinking and feeling. Okay, first of all, it's okay to be a little crazy. I feel like your feelings about it, like your intuition about it, is not too far from the apple twig. The apple hasn't fallen too far from the tree. But let's just see what the card says. You know, you have to follow that inner compass. You have to follow that feeling that you have. That, you know, but let's just see what the cards say. Where the hell are the cards? Why do I only have one tarot card? Okay. Got the liminal space deck, sexual magical tarot, love clarification. We've got the, oh, there they are. Here's the Golden Girls. Yay. Okay, I'm just going to do the whole spread and then let you know what it says, Sugar, okay? Spirit, I'm calling for Sugar's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know about this specific person that she's asking about tonight? Sorry, I'm going to start the shuffle over because I did a reading earlier and only the cards I pulled for that reading are falling out. And I need to shuffle them good. Okay, overall energy is courage in the strength card. Spirit's saying hold on to your courage, keep that courage going. Embrace your courage to say what you need to say and do what you need to do. Lion and Sophia. Sophia was very bold. She wasn't going to let anybody pull the wool over her eyes or let anybody make her feel like she was tiny and small, even though she was probably 4 feet tall. She was a very powerful woman, and she overcame a lot of her obstacles in life by keeping a good sense of humor and a good sharp sense of humor about things. So I feel like that's what Spirit's suggesting you through the Strength card. Find that courage. You found that courage to say what you need to say and do what you need to do, and keep keeping at it with that Strength card. Keep your strength. Your strength is going to be the most important thing to you, through job, through life, through this dance class. Okay. Because it's going to be something to celebrate, and it's really going to give you something special. So that's just the energy update on you and what you need to know from Spirit. Spirit saying keep on keeping on with the dancing class. It's going to be something to celebrate and really give you something special in that 3 of Swords and that 6 of Pentacles. So, you know, and you will find that dance. But once again, you got to let him lead. Okay? You're not the leader of the dance. He is. You, my darling, are the star. Okay? Once again, think about Dancing with the Stars. Alright? She never leads the dance, but she's always the hot moment. She's always the next hot thing. And she's always the star. Many, many, many women want to get into their masculine energy and they want to start paying for things. They want to start gifting. They want to start giving snacks. They want to start giving head. They want to start giving sex. They want to start giving love. They want to start taking them across the world to see the world with them. Stop. Don't fucking do that, okay? It's okay to give and give a little, okay? And be your true, genuine self to give. But don't be in the masculine energy. Even if you're a lesbian, don't fucking do it with your lesbian girlfriend, okay? Let her lead sometimes. You don't always have to be the leader in a partnership. Whether you're gay, bi, straight, transgender, transsexual, okay? So this is interesting. We get the 10 of Swords reversed. Let's see what the energy is on the bottom of the deck. So, yes, this newfound freedom from this 10 of Swords, this heartbreak, it's really going to bring you in some balance now that you really realize some things with this relationship and this connection. Like, yeah, it feels more free, and you're a little bit like, wow, I can't believe I've gotten to this point where I can actually offer myself something other than the stabby 10 of Swords. You know, it's in an embryonic stage, but you're going to just get more and more courageous. Spirit, what is the person on Sugar's mind and heart? Now that we've gotten the energy of what Spirit's real message is to you tonight, Let's just check his thoughts and feelings for you real quick. Spirit, I'm calling forth Jaga's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What are the person, this man on her heart and mind tonight? What is he thinking of her? I don't like to get too much into people's heads with tarot cards, so this is why I ask your most trusted and strongest spirit guides to do it for me. Okay. And how is he feeling about her? Thanks for sugarcoating it, Spirit. We appreciate that. Okay, so it is very sweet and simple. They do feel something special about you in the Queen of Pentacles. They do feel like there's something nurturing, balanced, caring that they could have with you in the Queen of Pentacles. This is what they think about when they're alone. Okay? Well, she's really grounded. She's really balanced. She's really got it together. She has a lot to offer me in this Queen of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles really wants to offer that back too, in his thoughts and his feelings. Okay, but then comes the fucking, alright? And we've got this dull Five of Cups. He's looking too much at what could go wrong between you guys instead of what could go right. Wow. Because see, here he is getting too lost into his future and the Two of Wands. And instead of looking back at this true love he's found in this Two of Cups, he's crying over spilt milk. He's crying over the bitches who have been superficial with him. He's crying over the bitches who, who have used him or may use him and haven't even used him yet. He's crying over the fact that he can't make up his fucking mind because he spent too much of his fucking life having too many fucking people make up his mind for him because he's indecisive, okay? That's not your fault. You can change it. But you have to have patience. Let it breathe. Give him space. Let him fly like a butterfly, okay? You don't possess him. He's not your baby. He didn't crawl out of your hole. He might want to crawl into your hole, but that is to be seen. Just trying to make you laugh. Let's go on to some of the other questions now that you see where his head is and his heart space is, okay? He's messed up. Sorry, some cards fell. Okay, no, he's not ignoring you intentionally, okay? But he is very stubborn. And the reversed Emperor. He's still very stubborn, and I'll tell you why. Because we got the prickly Queen of Swords sitting next to the reversed Emperor. But as a question, is he feeling, did he do it intentionally? No. He did not ignore you when he left intentionally. Alright? I see 3 women here. 3 women. Red, blonde, and brunette. I literally, okay? And it's almost as if they're swarming around him, and he's busy trying to heal a broken heart right now. So what was he thinking as he left the building, as he left you behind? Oh man, this breaks my heart. But she just doesn't understand. No, none of them understand in this 3 of Swords. Somebody's broken this person's heart, sugar, and it's not you. And he doesn't want to hurt you because you, my dear, you might be his lucky star. And you shine on him wherever you are, okay? And there's just something about you that's too bright for him right now. Too beautiful and too good for him. Okay? He's shattered in this Three of Swords, sweetheart, okay? It's not your fault. Spirit, is she crazy? Spirit says yes. Spirit knows you're single, but you're doing great, babe. And Spirit says you look hot, so keep on keeping on in this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, because people admire you, they look up to you, and they like you. Alright, and you're special, and people love to talk to you as well. People have a good time with you in that Eight of Swords. I feel like communication is going to come in pretty soon for you and him. But you have to get out of this funk that he's put you in, that you put yourself in. Okay? You've got the rest of your life to explore this man. Okay? You don't have to make it all happen in one day. Or 1 week. Or 1 month. Or 1 year. Okay? Yeah, you're right. Beautiful people and bright things make people smile. And you have. You've made him smile. And he is in a, what do I call it? Oh, a mental phase. He's in a mental phase about you. So no, he did not ignore you intentionally. He's got his mind wrapped around 3 different women. You being the Queen of Swords. Somebody else, somebody being the Queen of Swords who's a little bit older than him. Somebody being the Queen of Cups who's a little bit younger and a little bit more immature than him. And then somebody in the World card. Now, I feel like at the end of the day, you are the World card, not the Queen of Pentacles or Cups. And I'll tell you why I feel you are the World card. Because you definitely have been around the world, and you've definitely seen the world. You've definitely experienced the world. And you are in his inner vortex. You're in his inner world all the time. These other 2 people, like this was the first card. These other 2 people, this Queen of Swords, this Queen of Cups, you already came out that Queen of Pentacles once. These are people that are not at the dance class, okay? These are not women who are dancers. So keep me updated. I'm just kind of combining your paid reading and your free reading in one. That's why there's been so many cards, because I want you to get the full broad picture of what you need, since it's buy one, get one free, and I don't want to wait till later because I needed to know, and you needed to know, and we needed to know what's happening right now. So we can fix it, okay? Oh, and look at this. They know not what they do. This was just, look at this. The card, the liminal space deck, the deck I use for messages from Spirit, this was just upright. They know not what they do. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay? He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. What the fuck? Okay? He doesn't really know that he's giving off this vibe, giving off this energy, but Spirit says be caution, because it is a dumpster fire in his head and his heart right now, okay? Oh, men, they're so cute. They're so cute. Maybe not as cute as a dog, but just about right there. Okay? And, as you grow older and you become more mature and you see more things happen in your life that are good, you too will start to realize, any of you that as a woman here tonight or a man, how much a valuable asset having a good man, a man in your life, even if they're just a friend. Okay, and and many men might feel that way too about women, or whatever. So if you have any questions about this reading, let me know. And I'm gonna, if not, I'm gonna go to bed. If you want to ask me questions in an email, you can. If you, like, any questions come up later tomorrow before bed, I'll answer them. But remember, you embody the version of him you don't like. He's going to keep showing up the version of you you don't like. Okay? You want to know more about me? You'll find out more about me. I'm making a new series about me as a musician and an artist, where I come from and what I'm doing. But right now I'm working on a tarot deck called Summerween Tarot, and I want to get it out by the end of the month. And I'm also having to make a video, help my dad make a video, because I have a cousin in Cyprus, Greek island of Cyprus, where we're from, and he passed away a few years from stomach cancer. He's very, 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 very famous Greek Cypriot artist from the Greek island of Cyprus, very famous all over Europe. And they want to do a memorial for him on the Greek island of Cyprus on the 18th. So we're having to make a video for the family, explaining some things about how Elias became a musician and how his life started as a musician. Like, his son is so famous that even if you go to Greek restaurants here in America, you'll hear his music. Like, all the Greeks know who they are worldwide. So it's like, I need to be, like, focusing not only my job as tarot and Greek counseling on the call center, but, you know, on also the series I'm making about me as a musician, as well as the haunted house and the ghosts that I live with. But, you know, I need to help my dad make this video, because they're going to do 3 different memorials in 3 different places on the Greek island of Cyprus. Or maybe it's 3 different places in Europe, I can't remember. So I need to help my dad make this video, because my dad, Franken-Dad, is old. Franken-Dad's like 105 years old. So, and they want him to make a video explaining, you know, that when he left Cyprus and came to America, he left his accordion for his nephew. And that's what started it all for my nephew with music at 17 years old. Well, at 12, he left the accordion at 12 to the boy when he was 12, but then at 17 is when he really started picking up his music and getting famous with his music on the Greek island. And then he died like 3 years ago at like 53 or 50. Let me see, how old was he? Yeah, see, he was barely 60 years old. My cousin was like maybe 58, 59. Very young. Those age, 50, 60, those are very young ages to me still. When you have a parent who's as old as my dad, 50, 60 years old, you're a fucking baby. So, I've been working on that. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to post a music video maybe tomorrow. What is it, the 5th tomorrow, and then the 6th on Saturday, and then the 7th we have the lunar eclipse, full moon, blood moon. I don't know if I'm going to be here Sunday night, because I might be chasing the moon across the sky with my telescope and my camera. And then sharing it with you guys here on YouTube. I wonder if I can live stream that. So I'm going to have to, I've got a very busy weekend. Plus I have to work 12 hours a day to make any cash. So I'll be back. Come visit me tomorrow night. It's the Summerween slumber party, Friday and Saturday. I'll start between 11:30 p.m. and midnight Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll have Sunday Night Noir. On Friday and Saturday, we get together, we do tarot, we watch an old silent horror film. We do ghost boxing, spirit boxing, and REM pod, and then we do tarot, and yeah. So it's Friday and Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow night. Be safe. Check out my videos tomorrow that I post if you get notifications. If you don't get notifications, just hit the all bell button if you subscribe, so you will get all the notifications. Now YouTube is a little bit weird. You gotta actually watch stuff on the channel to keep getting the notifications. Even if you hit the all bell button. Excuse me. So I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll have another update on my Summerween Tarot deck. Tomorrow it's going to be the beautiful High Priestess. I've already done the Magician. I've already done the Fool, which is Puppy Gypsy, my dog Gypsy. You're going to see people who are special to me, who I love in my life. You're going to see my pets, the ones that are here now living with me, the ones that are living here now with me as spirits. And I'm just really looking forward to an overall amazing tarot deck to give you guys. If the tarot deck goes well, I will continue to make the tarot decks each season as I see fit. So when the tarot deck does come out, there'll be a collectible version of it, and there'll be a non-collectible version of it. And there will be a limited time that you'll be able to get the Summerween tarot deck. So come along with me, check out the shorts that I make about it, check out the long-form videos I make about it. Leave me comments if I ask questions. I know I've asked a couple of questions in the shorts that nobody's answered, because one of you might win a Summerween tarot deck. A collectible one and a regular one. So the collectible one will be a little bit more expensive than the regular one. Sorry guys. It costs me to make them, so it will cost you a little bit too. But it'll be worth it because it'll be a beautiful deck. And I really hope that this whole tarot deck thing will be continue to be fun for me. I'm making the Summerween now, and the Summerween one now, and if I'm inspired to do one in the winter, spring, summer, again, I will. So be good to yourself with your thoughts. That's where it all starts. Okay. All day long, I cleaned my what the fuck room in my house and was like, yeah, I'm a fucking billionaire. I don't need this shit. Peace out. So get rid of things that trigger you. If it's something that you love that triggers you, give it to somebody you love. And start focusing on what you want to do, what you want to experience, and stop experiencing the trauma and the drama again and again and again, okay? Because it's just not worth it. Life is short. You want to find the ones you want to live the rest of your life with. I'm going to bed. I love you guys. Be safe. Kalanita. Music is sacred.